Hey guys, Christian over at N-Fit Car Stereo. Today we're in a 2016 Ford F250. We're going to show you how to remove this factory microphone and insert the N-Fig MIC-FD1. This is a custom-made microphone specifically for Ford. So you just drop it in there, and now you can use this with your aftermarket radio. All right, so the first part of the process is to remove the factory microphone. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna grab N-Fig. I use a scraper. This is a scraper, but I use it for many other different things. The N-Fig PPT2. It's a panel tool. They come in a set of 5, or you can buy them individually. So you're gonna pull this down a little, and then you're gonna look, and you're gonna see that there's a metal clip right there. Okay. So now, right now, this is wedged between the metal clip and the plastic, not between the metal clip and the roof. So then you go in here with the other panel tool, and now it separates, okay? Then you just pull back a little, and it comes right out. Now this metal clip is not a big deal, even if you break it. Well, don't break it, but if you pull on it, it has 2 metal things in it that hold it in, so you can easily bend it back. But you don't want to be the guy who breaks it, and then now you have a dangling microphone because you have no way of getting it back up. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna just unplug this, okay? Now, this just remains in there. There's enough padding and stuff where it's not going to make any noise. When you come over here, this is the factory microphone. Okay, see in the housing. So all you're going to do is grab a, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this right here. Let's try though. No. Well, let's give it a shot. So you got to separate these little clips in here. Let's try with the panel tool. Live TV. There. That worked. All right, so I'm gonna put my nail between it, and now I'm going to try. Let's just pull it off with the nail. There you go. So that's out, and then there you go. Wasn't too bad. So these little ridges actually lock into that, as you can tell. Okay. So the N-Fig microphone. This is a metal microphone in here. We just put tape on it so you don't see it through the grate. The metal microphone will slide right into there. If you look, there's a notch here. So it's pressure fit. All right, so it doesn't lock in like the factory one, but as you can tell, this is holding the weight of the whole thing. And look, I'll give it a drop test, and it doesn't fall out, so it's not going anywhere. Okay, now let me show you how to run it. All right, guys, now for the next part of the install, we're gonna have to take off the A-pillar. And this car is actually pretty easy. So you're just gonna put, this is a N-Fig PPT1. So all these tools that we have, they're stronger than most of the cheap tools you see out there. And also, the coating on the plastic they're made of is very nice on the interior, so you're not going to scratch anything. And they're really not that much more expensive than the other stuff. So you can put it in here, PPT1, and that pops right out, okay? Now there's a PPT, I'm going to put it over here as well, at the bottom one. Oh, can you see that? Let me angle it down a little bit. All right, so boom and boom. Now, there's a 7mm bolt back here. It's pretty tight, so I'm gonna loosen it by hand, and then is this one of those that sticks to the? No. All right, so then we got a second one over here. So, like I said, it's tight, so I'm gonna loosen it by hand first. So once you hear it clicking, that means it's hitting. So then all you're gonna do is pull this out, and this slides out like so. Just check out these bolts real quick. Yeah, looks like once it comes out far enough. So the only thing I recommend on these is when you go put them back, do it by hand, because the way they are, if you use a screw gun, you risk threading them. So you don't want to do that. Cross-threading them is what I meant. All right, guys. Now next part of the install is snaking the wire. I recommend going straight towards the windshield. That way you stay away from the airbag. The airbag, I mean, it's not... The problem with the airbag is that if the airbag goes off and you have the microphone wire in the way, the microphone wire may slap you on the face and slice your face open. So that's why I always go this way and then around and then down. So you're going to grab... This is a long zip tie, about 36-inch zip tie. That's what I use to run cable. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a little curve on the end. Just a little tiny curve, maybe a little bit more on that. Okay, and I'm gonna put it in here, and then I'm gonna try to fish it forward. Just pull on the headliner, but as soon as you get it through, let it go, because last thing you want to do is you see that? Wait. Yeah, you see it's right there. So last thing you want to do is if you pull down too hard, it may gap out or stay out or something like that. Put this over here, and then we're gonna tie this over here. All right, so now just be careful you don't get the head stuck on anything. That's why it's very important to go slowly. And if you feel any resistance, stop. All right, and then I'm gonna keep this open here. All right, so now this is the Enfig MIC-FD1. I would honestly, before you pop this in, test it, because it's not the easiest thing to take out. So it's a good idea to test it before you pop it in. Oh, looky there. Looky, 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 we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. So what happens is that this microphone, the sides pop in. So let me go 3D print a new one with the sides missing. All right, guys, we're back. We got a new microphone 3D printing. The issue was that there's a little plastic piece that squeezes in the middle, and that little plastic needs to go in. So we had to we had to put a little divot or dent in the microphone in order to let that deflect in. So let's continue the microphone run. So you're gonna take out the tape now. And you're gonna just pull this through. Very nice with it. Just don't be a brute and just yank on it, and then it'll get stuck on something and something breaks. It's never happened to me, but I could see it happening. All right, so now we're over here. All right, now we're gonna run the microphone down through here. To be honest with you, I'm one of those people that goes back and forth with tape. Sometimes I use tape, sometimes I use zip ties. I pause the video, go get zip ties, and they're in my pocket. Believe that? All right, so just grab, wherever you can. I'm gonna start up here with the biggest one. The main harness. The important part about this that I can't stress enough is to make sure that the microphone cable never gets in the way of the airbag exploding, because last thing you want is one of these cables flying at you like, I don't know how fast an airbag goes off, but I'm sure it's pretty fast. All right, so see, do exactly what I did right there and just make sure you tie it into nothing. All right, so I just tied the, it's hard to do a video sometimes because I'm sitting here trying to show you guys, and part of showing you guys is getting my big fat head out of the way, and that just didn't work out as planned. All right, so here's this. Okay, there goes that. There goes that. All right, so I'm gonna keep zip tying all the way down, and I'll be right back. There's no need for you guys to watch me do that. All right, guys, so there it is. So I actually zip tied it to the tape. So I put my zip tie around the tape and then around the tape and the microphone. I felt that in this case it was better that way. That way I don't touch the factory wiring. And obviously I didn't do it crazy where it's gonna rip out or anything. But let me show you how to get the wires to the radio cavity. All right, guys, so now we're back. Everything's here. Now we're just gonna run this microphone from the corner to the back of the radio cavity. For you guys are new followers or people who don't subscribe to our channel, we're actually specialized in German cars, Volkswagen, Audi mainly, and then BMW, Mercedes as well. We work on all cars, but it's so weird to have such a big car with so much room that the wires are easy to run in. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm enjoying it a lot. So if you really want to be crazy, you can take all this apart and pull out the cluster and run everything very nice and neat. To me, it's just unnecessary. So I'm going to show you the shortcut. So back to this long zip tie I have, okay? All you're going to do is, and by the way, we don't sell the zip tie because the only way I can ship it to you is like this. And then if I ship it to you like this, then it's not going to be straight for the run. So we've had this discussion before. All right, so we're just gonna put it right through that hole right there, and we're just going fishing. You might as well break out a beer, as long as you're not driving home. All right, so, and that didn't work out. So we're, like I said, we're fishing. I'm gonna put it through this hole now, see what I get. All right, that sounds like it's a lot closer. There it is, touch my fingertips. All right, so it's very important you get the 36-inch one, because that's gonna help. All right, so now I have that there. Now I am going to, don't leave this much slack, I think I already mentioned it, but the microphone that's hanging in front of my face, I kind of did that not paying attention. I was more worried about the microphone not fitting right, so. All right. And then I didn't put enough tape on there, put more tape than that. Let's cross my fingers that this isn't gonna fall off. Hey, see, that was nowhere. Look, it's hanging on for dear life. Hanging on for dear life, look at that. All right, so we're gonna undo this. And so our headphone, all our microphones that we have come with a 3.5 end to them. Currently, we charge you an extra $1 for the converter for Pioneer, depending on what we do for Fords, because we may start selling these on Amazon and eBay and all that stuff. So we may actually start including it, but check, you know, just remember, if you have a Pioneer radio, you need a 2.5 converter for this, okay? Anyway, so now that we ran the microphone, it's very important, two things. Number one, try to get it behind all this stuff, so it's not, it runs with the other cables instead of coming out this little hole, because last thing you want to do is push in the radio. When you push in the radio, you don't want it to the wire get cut on the sharp metal. Number two, you're gonna want to actually tape it to a harness, because remember how we just ran it across the top and now there's a whole cavity of stuff? If you don't tape it to the harness, what's gonna happen is that it's gonna drop down and maybe get caught on the steering wheel or something. I don't know what's back there, but as long as you keep it snug and taped to the harness, give it a little wiggle room. Of course, you don't want it snug. You want maybe like an inch or two of wiggle, so it just sits there and it doesn't hit anything, okay? And I think I went to get the Pioneer converter, I'm not sure. But let me go check on that microphone that was printing and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so the microphone's still printing. Figure I'd come back and show you the converter. It's a little 2.5 to 3.5 converter. Also in this car, we're installing a radio for this car. So like I said before, we specialize in German cars, but we're kind of changing gears a little bit, because German cars, a lot of them come with everything already. So we're looking into newer markets, and there's so many American trucks in here, you know, that we can offer a lot of stuff for. So for this car, for example, we're getting a Sirius radio. So this is our Sirius antenna adapter, allows you to keep the factory Sirius. So what this does is that this plugs into here, that plugs into there, and then the current Sirius XM tuner has this connection on it, and that plugs into there, and then this goes into the radio. So this allows you to use the factory antenna of the car, which is better than the one that comes with this little thing. And also you don't have to see it, you don't worry about falling off at the car wash. What else did we do for this car? For this car, we used the pack wiring harness for the radio harness. If you're installing a radio in the car, you can go to our website, and if you use the link on our website to buy any of the products, like the pack stuff, or we've been thinking about throwing, you know, all the accessories that are available for this car, we'll throw on there. And if you use that link, you know, we're probably gonna link to Amazon or eBay or something. We'll get a little bit of a kickback. You know, it's not a lot of money, but it gives us a little money. We appreciate it. Also, if you like the video or comment on the video, it also helps us because more people see it. Oh, I almost forgot the USB. So this car has sync, or whatever the little sync is. So what it does is it has a USB and auxiliary. So what we did is that we actually made adapters for these two out of with our printer, and then that way, when you install aftermarket radio, the biggest problem you have a lot of times is that the USB, there's adapters that allow you to keep the factory USB, but what happens is they're not USB 3.0. So what happens when you use them with radios that have CarPlay or Android Auto, they don't always work. You disconnect, reconnect. So ours, we gutted the whole thing, replaced it with this. The auxiliary, I'm not sure if anyone makes an adapter except for us. But you know, we have it. So I'm gonna go check out that 3D printer, and we'll come back and we'll show you how it mounts in the factory location. Appreciate your patience. All right, guys. So microphone is done. Let's see how it works out. So I don't know if you can see this in the video, but I just made a little indent in the center. Hopefully that's enough for it to squeeze through. But we're about to find out. All right, so there goes that. Also, when you put up this microphone, be gentle. You know, there's nothing holding it in place. We didn't want to glue them in place. I forgot the reasoning. Because it really takes 2 seconds to put a hot glue. But, so this is exactly what we do. We do a little cloth tape, cut it up. The microphone hole's over there, so that's why. Now we're gonna tuck all this excess. Now let's see. Moment of truth. I didn't even test fit it yet. Ooh, it's probably, you know what? It's perfectly tight. I'm having issues with the cloth. All right, there we go. Nice and tight. Let's see what happens. Voila. Golf clap. All right, guys, so that's it. That's a factory installation with the microphone. I thank you guys all for your time watching this video. Like I said, if you like it, give us a like, and give us a like, you know, comment that you liked it. It helps us all. It helps more people watch the video. Also, we have a radio installation video we're doing right now. Hopefully we like it enough to post it. And that we keep the factory Sirius antenna, auxiliary, USB. I already went over that. And you know, we also go over which mounting kits are the best, the ones that we like. So video is brought to you by nfigcarstereo.com. We sell, we install, we ship worldwide. Check out our website for all the products for the car. We probably are going to have products I don't even know about yet for this car. So nfigcarstereo.com. Thanks for watching.